looks like some kind of alien rock. It's a single opal weighing 306 carats. Bobby had been mining in this mine his entire career and he'd never found anything of value, but this 400-million-year-old opal was in his area the entire time. A single carat of this opal could be sold for $2,500, but seeing as this was far more than just 1 carat, his stone was actually sold for $765,000. That's right, this guy pretty much became a millionaire overnight. I'm not sure who bought this incredibly rare stone, but whoever they are, they have way too much money. Next up is shares. So we all know that you can make a ton of money off of stocks and shares. Just look at the Wolf of Wall Street, for example. But most of the time it takes a lot of preparation and planning to buy the right shares to make a ton of money. Well, any stock market players will be very envious of this story. A guy named Tony purchased a box of random junk at a garage sale in California. He bought the box of junk for a mere $5. But when he began looking through all the contents, he found a note. The note turned out to be a certificate for 1,625 shares of the company Palmer Union Oil Company. Now, you likely have never heard of this company, and that's because it merged with Coca-Cola. And those 1,625 shares are now worth 1.8 million shares in Coca-Cola. And those 1.8 million shares in Coca-Cola are now worth $130 million. That made Tony one of the largest shareholders in Coca-Cola, and therefore this is the most valuable garage sale find in history. Just imagine how annoyed you would be if you accidentally sold Tony that $130 million share for $5. Next up is Declaration of Independence. So in 1776, the USA declared their independence. They drafted up 25 copies of what is known as the Declaration of Independence. This was a document that was signed giving America their independence. Well, in 1989, a Pennsylvania man went to a flea market. He bought a picture frame for just $4. But when he took the picture out of the picture frame, he saw something behind the picture. It turned out to be the Declaration of Independence, but he assumed it was a fake. However, he took it to get checked out and he realized he just bought a mint-condition Declaration of Independence. That's right, it was an actual, real copy from 1776. He was able to sell this for $2.4 million in 1991. But to who, you may be asking? Well, he actually ended up selling it to Jordan Belfort, aka the real-life Wolf of Wall Street. Next up is egg. So you can get an egg for a few cents at your supermarket. Well, one day a guy accidentally bought an egg for $33 million, but this wasn't any old regular egg, it was a Fabergé egg. Fabergé eggs are pretty much a rich man's action figure. They're totally pointless ornaments that are worth a ton of money. There was a working class guy in the USA who'd been making his living off purchasing scrap metal. One day he saw a gold orb and had various gems in it. He bought it for $14,000 and believed he could scrap it and make a $500 profit. But when he took it to an appraiser, it turned out to be the third Imperial egg. The third Imperial egg is one of just 50 Fabergé eggs. They date back from years ago in Russia, and just one of these eggs is worth $33 million, which is exactly what this guy sold it for. Just imagine buying something for $14,000 and flipping it for $33 million. Next up is whiskey. So I'm sure we all like a glass of whiskey every now and then. And whiskey isn't exactly the cheapest drink you can buy. But one day a guy called Brian bought a new house and went into the attic. When he did, he found various boxes left behind by the previous owner. The previous owner had passed on, and they left most of their belongings in the house. Well, in one of these boxes were 13 bottles of whiskey dating back from 1917. He didn't know anything about whiskey, so he took them to experts, who valued them at $2.6 million. Now, you may assume that he would have sold it right away. But instead, Brian said he would not be selling to whiskey. Instead, he actually plans to drink this $2.6 million whiskey with his friends. If I was his friend, I would not be drinking them. I'd be stealing them. Next up is comic book. So when you were a kid, you likely bought comic books for a few cents. But of course, there are some, well, nerds who buy very expensive comic books. These can be rare comic books or first edition. Minnesota man bought an abandoned home and hoped to renovate it to make some money. He bought the home for $10,000, which is a bargain, but while tearing down one of the walls, he found a comic book inside. At first, he simply assumed it was a random comic book, but he realized it was Action Comics #1. You don't exactly have to be a comic book connoisseur to know that Action Comics #1 is the most valuable comic book of all time. It was published back in 1938 and is the first comic book to feature Superman. He sold it for $100